If you've been curious about learning how to make more pasta sauces at home and delicious, easy pasta recipes, then you're going to love these two I have for you. They're easy to make, full of flavor, and so good. The full recipes are on the blog. Links are in the description box down below. Rigatoni arrabbiata, and I will only say it like that once, is one of my favorite pastas. It is easy to make and it's delicious. Arrabbiata just means that it's spicy. Okay, so if you don't like spicy things, you're not gonna like this. But if you like spicy, it's so good. You're gonna start by chopping up some onion. I always like to use a sweet onion, a Vidalia onion, and we're gonna have some garlic cloves. Then I let my stainless steel pan get all nice and hot, and I'm gonna wipe out that water, and I'm gonna add in the olive oil. We're gonna let the olive oil heat up on a medium-low heat. We don't want this pan very hot, we just want it warm. And then we're going to saute the garlic and onion for a few minutes. Let everything get fragrant, let it smell good. Your kitchen is just going to smell incredible. I don't know, there's just nothing better to me than the smell of garlic and onion roasting, sauteing, cooking. It's just so good. Also going to add a little sprinkle of salt in there and just keep letting this cook up. We want nice golden color, but we don't want burning. Then we're going to add in red pepper flakes. The amount of red pepper flakes you add is up to you. If you like it spicier, add more red pepper flakes. If you don't like it spicier, add less. It's really up to your control, and it's so funny because I've gone to restaurants where they've barely put in any red pepper flakes. You could tell. You need a can of crushed tomatoes, or you can use diced tomatoes. We're going to throw that right in there, and then we're also going to add a little bit of water into the can. Just swirl it around, get out any extra sauce, and add in a little extra liquid. Then you're going to let this cook for about 40 minutes on the stove on a low heat. I also like to add in a little bit of sugar. It combats the acidity of the canned tomatoes and adds in a little bit of sweetness. You can skip it if you want. Cook this low and slow, let the flavors develop, and let a lot of that water boil out. And you can, of course, taste it, add in more salt if you want, add in more red pepper flakes. The flavor is going to be very good. Now, you can use any pasta you like, but I do love a rigatoni, a mezzi rigatoni for this. I just love a tube pasta shape, but whatever you like is what works. Salt your pasta water, and then you, of course, cook your pasta, cook it to al dente. And we're also going to want to save our pasta water. You always want to save your pasta water. So our sauce looks pretty dry right now, actually, which is good because we're going to scoop in the pasta and the pasta water coats the pasta nicely because it is starchy from the starch of the pasta. So I'm just going to add this in, and then we will continuously add in pasta water. You really kind of can't add in too much, but you don't probably want to do more than about half a cup. I just add it in slowly. I mix. I look and see how the sauce is looking. If I want it to be glossier, shinier, it'll look different the more water you add in. And if you add in too much water and it's all of a sudden turned to liquid, don't worry. You can just cook it on the stove and the water will evaporate and cook out. Everything will be fine, but I don't like to add in too much. Like I said, probably about half a cup. I don't measure this. I do go based on feeling and look and whatever, but the more you cook and the more you add in pasta water, the more you'll understand. And then we're done, and we're going to plate it up, and it is so delicious and so good. And it really is very easy to make, aside from just having to set aside some time to cook it. To garnish, I'm just going to do more red pepper flakes, a little fresh parsley. If you wanted to do some vegan parm on there, if you want to do a little salt, whatever you want. But either way, oh my goodness, it's so good. If you like spicy pasta, you have to bake this if you've never made it before. And it tastes just like the one I get from one of my favorite restaurants. It's really that simple to make, and it's just so delicious. A lot of vegan Alfredo recipes will use cauliflower, but I actually really like to use zucchini for it. So we're going to start off by adding some oil into a pan. Then you're going to take a zucchini, and we're going to cut off its little bottom and top, and then we're going to peel it. You definitely should peel it for this recipe. We don't want any of that zucchini skin. I just saved this, and I put it in my veggie bag for making veggie broth. And then we're just going to cut the zucchini up. I like to slice it and then cut the slices into quarters, and we're going to throw it in that pan with the oil. The zucchini has amazing flavor and it's delicious, and when it blends up, it comes so creamy and it's so good. So I got my zucchini in there, I'm working on it, and then I have some garlic that I'm also going to just kind of roughly slice. To peel garlic, I like to chop off the little top and the bottom, and then the skin should kind of peel away pretty easily. And then we're just going to pop that into the pan as well. And I'm going to chop up a little bit of onion. It's just going to add nice flavor. Of course, garlic, onion, we love it. So I'm going to bring this over to the stove. You can add a little salt, and we're gonna let this saute over a medium-low heat for about 20 to 25 minutes. We are looking for the zucchini to cook. We're looking for a little bit of golden color. Just let it do its thing. It's gonna smell amazing, and you can see here, this is what we're going for. It's been about 20, 25 minutes at this point. This is what we want, and I did just stir it occasionally. Now I'm gonna salt my water and get the water boiling, and while that's happening, I'm going to blend up our zucchini. So I'm adding that into my blender with non-dairy milk and nutritional yeast. And we are just going to blend. Before I blended, I did put my pasta in. You could use any pasta you like. I'm going with spaghetti here, and I'm using a lower calorie, higher fiber pasta for this specific recipe. And then I'm just going to blend my sauce up. Once it is nice and smooth and creamy, it'll look like this. Perfect. Now it's not going to have a lot of saltiness. Don't add in any salt flavor yet. Just wait. Once our pasta is done cooking, I also, again, save some pasta water. We want that. We're going to add the sauce into here. We're going to add in all the sauce, and we're going to bring it over to the stove, and we're just going to let everything cook up, get warm, and all be together in one pot. I'm going to taste it, and now I will add in salt. This way I can really control the saltiness because we already added salt to the pasta water. We had added some salt to the zucchini, so it's better to do it in this stage. And that's it. Now you have this delicious pasta. I made cute little pasta nests. You can top it with, of course, some vegan Parmesan if you want, but I did some salt and fresh parsley because I just wanted to keep it nice and minimal here. And it's so delicious. This flavor is so good. This is one of my favorite sauces to make. I don't make it enough, but it's so good. And it's amazing. So I really hope you enjoyed these pasta recipes. Let me know if you tried them out. And I have more pasta recipes on here, and I will see you soon with more videos. Bye.